This is a delegation of the Nigerian Governors Forum, including the governors of Kano, Zamfara, and Niger states. And we are well received by our host, Governor of Oyo State, Engineer Seyi Makinde, who briefed us about what happened, and today took us to Shasha market. But on our way, we had a stopover at Ladipo market and Bodija market, sorry. And we are pleased that we saw Nigerians of all tribes in the market conducting their activity, which is evidence of return of normalcy. In fact, we saw onion sellers from different states, including Kebbi, Zamfara, and Sokoto, and Nigerians of other states. So we went to Shasha market, we saw the destruction, but more than the destruction was the regrettable loss of lives that were caused by a regrettable, what I earlier said was both an unfortunate, regrettable, condemnable, spontaneous response to emotions, because both the Hausa community and the Yoruba community were unanimous that two issues led to this situation. First, there has been contention over the leadership of the Shasha market. Even though the Sarkin Shasha and the Bale of Shasha are in agreement about leadership, but other interested groups were not so there was this undercurrent playing out. Then the trigger, there was somebody either pushing or carrying a wheelbarrow with tomatoes, and it fell in front of a shop. One would have ordinarily thought that is just normal in the market. But once emotions are built up and social media is instigating, unfortunately, we had the situation we had, which included loss of life, and we regretted and we sympathize with all those who lost their lives and property. We saw the damage, and we appreciate what the governor has done so far, and community leaders, youth groups, and security agencies. And Nigerian governors have been calling the governor over the last few days, and we are glad that things are calming down and are returning to normalcy. And we are equally glad that in our visit to both the Sarkin Shasha and the Bale, they were firm that everyone is free to stay and conduct his lawful activity. And the governor has assured that he will continue to engage to ensure that all communities are living without fear. As we speak, it's certain that some people are experiencing in hiding or are afraid about what will happen. So it's all on us to ensure that we communicate properly so that those who are living in fear, whether in Ibadan or outside Ibadan in other states, because others will now be in fear that there will be reprisal, to know that the Nigerian Governors Forum, President Muhammadu Buhari, security agencies are working hard to ensure that we treat things for what they are. Incidences are bound to happen. Sometimes they are exploited by miscreants in society to loot, to steal, and to cause mayhem. And part of what has happened in Ibadan has to do with that, just like we saw during the NSAS riot. But we are glad that reason is prevailing and people are coming down and encouraging others. So the Nigerian Governors Forum call on all those communities, Hausas, Igbos, Yorubas, and other tribes who are in fear to send their community leaders to the government house, Ibadan, so that the governor will know if at all there is, we are not even suggesting there is, so that he can send teams to ensure that those fears are addressed. But for the generality of Nigerians, it's important to know that the streets of Ibadan are calm. There are no people chasing each other, and people are supporting each other to resume normalcy. To those outside Ibadan, particularly in northern states, we want to extend that a regrettable spontaneous incident has happened, but it's not a tribal conflict. It's a regrettable conflict that the different communities in Oyo are to sort out. So, and we are glad that the governor is rendering assistance. We, the Nigerian Governors Forum, are also going